A lot of people make New Year's resolutions at this time. We say, this date is the time that I give myself permission to do what I'm here to do, or to be what I want to be, or to become or change what I want to change. And we always go, January 1st is the date to do it. And what we forget is you can do this all the time. But if we're doing it now, let's do it. If we need to have some type of mark for our mind that says right now, January 1st, so that you can go all of 2017, I did this thing, that's awesome. One thing I would love to say about New Year's resolutions, because actually I've had people talk about this a lot, is remember that the biggest thing you can see for yourself in 2017, the biggest resolution you can come up with, is nothing compared to what you can come up with. And what I mean by that is every one of us, when we think about what we want to have the following year, we think from our place of limitation, from the illusion of who we are is our past story. So if I think who I am, for instance, is someone, just to give a measurable example, if you think who you are is someone who makes $30,000 a year, and then you go, okay, what am I going to do next year? You immediately think, well, I make $30,000 last year, so I got to make something that feels realistic from there. So maybe I'll go 40,000 next year, 50,000 next year. Okay, that's great. But you just created a vision actually from your limitation, actually from a belief that who you are is someone who makes $30,000 a year. Now, what's really interesting about that is if you really understand, and a lot of times we hear this in our mind, but we don't ever embody this. If you understand that who you actually are is just this moment, really realize that. I know that it's something you understand in your mind, but a lot of people don't do the work to actually embody and feel and know and harness and live in a way where they are this moment. The video series that we do, it's called Welcome to Deep Down. It talks about that. I always talk about in the Welcome to Deep Down video, a lot of people always say when they're in a problem, they always go, you know, deep down I know everything's going to be okay. And we always use deep down as this place to feel good, just that 1 second when we're in pain, just to remind ourselves mentally that everything will be okay. But what we don't understand is deep down is a place you can live. It is a place that you can do a little meditation, or when you make leaps towards the things you want, or you let go of the things that feel heavy in your life, you end up actually connecting to what you really are. And when you really do that, the story of your past starts to leave. It gets quieter and quieter, and you get more and more aware that who you are is this person right here. And when you realize that you're only this moment, you and everyone else, there's nothing different about any of us. Because you and me and Obama or Oprah or Trump or whoever you want to think about are all just heart and lungs and this moment. Now, what separates us is our belief in our mind that who we are is someone separate. So you might go, yeah, but I'm this person and that person's the president. It's different. Okay, you're saying who I am is this title based on my mind's past experience of seeing myself, and that person based on my past story of them is this. But if you really let go of those things and you really realize that your past leaves all the time, your past never ever is permanent, but what you are in this moment always is. So for instance, your body has changed many different times. And when it changed, you stayed there the entire time. So there's no way you're your body because you've had different weight, you had a 5-year-old's body, you had a 20-year-old's body, it, got taller, and all of that time you were there the whole time. So there's no way you're your body because your body changes and you're there the whole time. There's no way you're your belief systems because if you've ever believed anything and then believed something different, then your belief changed, but you were there the entire time. So what that means is everything that you believe right now is temporary. And that's not who you are. And what you might accidentally, subconsciously not be aware of is we believe who we are as our past story. And that includes I'm this addict, or I only make this much money, or I'm not good at relationships, or I'm a failure at this, or I have anxiety. These are things that are not who you are. These are things that are contained and they're passing within you. And what you are is the space that these things are coming out of. Actually, you're the space that this is coming from, right? And to get rid of these things, you have to accept them. And the second you accept that you have an anxiety and you start to love it, it'll start to form in you and it'll show up and it'll be really scary and then eventually it'll leave. So when you really understand by doing the work that who you are is just this moment and that you're not the past story, you're not going to make a New Year's resolution from your limitation. because you're going to always bring in your past story, right? So I'm someone who smokes. Okay, next year I'm going to try to stop smoking. No, you're just this moment. You're infinite love. If you really actually embody that, trust me, the addiction will fall off, because you're addicted to the thing because you're not connected to what you are, which is just this moment. And the second you connect to just this moment, addictions fall off. Addictions to achievement fall off, and weirdly, you achieve so much more. So even after all the work that I've done, I know that me making a giant vision for next year is nothing compared to what I could become throughout the year. Because I don't know what I'm going to learn on January 5th and January 20th, and I don't know who's going to show up in my life and what to incorporate in that. So there's no way that I can make a goal like I'm going to make this or become this. There's no way I can do that. What I can do instead is connect more and more and more to what I really am. So for me, my New Year's resolution is to just keep my dedication to being more and more connected to my deep down space, to become more and more of the space and become more aware that I'm the space that all of the good and the bad and the passing things and the temporary and all the things are. That I'm not the income that I make, that I'm not the story of my past, that I'm not my relationships even, that I'm just me. And then when the second you connect with just you, the byproduct is all of those things can come to you. Because now you're a space of love and safety. And the number one thing people want, whether it's a person that wants to find a date, whether it's a potential client, whether it's a potential boss, whether it's a potential coworker, or just a friend, the number one thing they want is someone who is connected to themselves. Because if you've ever gone on a date with someone who really wants to be with you, you know how scary it is because they're saying you're the source of their happiness. But what you love is someone who knows that they are the source of their happiness, so they can connect with themselves. So when you connect with yourself, or this, if more than one person watch it, selves, then what happens is the byproduct is you become a safe space and you're willing to receive massive, massive abundance in all areas. Massive abundance in health, massive abundance in income, massive abundance in impact for the world. You will suddenly have a purpose and a goal in life as you surrender into your heart and you allow this space to come through and unfold, and you start to realize I'm this infinite thing. And then your life switches to being a space to show other people that. And this is the only way we're going to change the world. One thing that happened in 2016 is a lot of people started not liking the other side, and we started not liking these other people. We're never going to transform the world or ourselves by trying to fight something. People go, we got to stand up and fight. I understand. But I even more want to recommend we got to stand up and love. The more you love yourself, the more you love people that you perceive as your enemy, the more you're going to have power in yourself to do and become and give and make and create and bring in what you want for real. But remember, you can only get something at the level that you love yourself. So if you don't love yourself enough to be able to receive a giant income or a really healthy mind, you won't be able to get it because you'll sabotage it the second it comes in because it's bigger than the story that you think you are. So remember that you're just this moment, and I recommend for everyone who wants to have an insane 2017 to remember that you are bigger than your resolution, and your job is to connect. Your resolution should be to connect to you, because then every day will become a new day's resolution, and you're going to impact so much more of yourself and the people around you, and people will be free of their addictions around you and their problems and their fears, because the only reason we have all of this crap is we don't understand what the hell we are. So happy New Year, everybody, and 2017 can be a huge year for all of us to connect to our soul, connect to ourself, and really actually change ourselves, and as an accidental byproduct, change the world. So I hope to see you guys at an Evolving Out Loud in 2017, and check out our website, evolvingoutloud.com, for different stuff that we have. And I'm so thankful for everybody who watched this, and really have a problem with everyone who didn't or doesn't know about it.